Natalia has been one of the most mysterious characters in the miraculous history. For years, we know she was Gabriel's closest ally. We know she risked her own life to help Gabriel. We know she helped him search for the miraculous, and eventually we discovered something even bigger. Natalia was not just connected to Gabriel's fort, she was connected to the kingdom. But now, season 7 may be about to reveal the part of Natalia's story that the series has barely explored, her father. And no, I am not talking about a random new character who has nothing to do with the main story. I am talking about Camilo Pista, the mysterious member of the kingdom who already has a direct connection to Natalia. And after the latest season 7 information revealed during the Globe's Miraculous Day event, this character is expected to return in season 7, which raises a huge question. Why is Natalia's father suddenly becoming important now? Because think about the timing. Gabriel is gone, Emily is gone, Natalia survived the consequences of miraculous wish. Marinette is carrying secrets that could completely destroy Adrian's understanding of his father. Lionel or whoever is truly behind the miraculous butterfly has become the new major threat. And behind everything, there is still the kingdom, a secret organization that wants the miraculous and believe that they could use them to create what they call perfect world. And Camilo is not just standing somewhere outside this organization, he is one of its members. In fact, during season 6, Camilo directly confronted Natalia during a kingdom meeting, and then came the most important moment that changed everything. After the meeting, Camilo tells Natalia that once Ladybug and Cacnot's miraculouses are found, she knows exactly who they must be given to. And Natalia responded with only 2 words: yes, father. That's it. No long explanation, no flashback, no childhood story, just father. And season 7 is giving us another reason to pay attention now, because if Camilo is returning, there is a possibility that Miraculous is finally ready to answer questions that fans have been asking since his introduction. Who exactly is Camilo Pista? What does he really want? Why is Natalia connected to him? Why did Natalia become involved with Gabriel and the kingdom? And most importantly, could Natalia's father be responsible for more of her story than we ever realized? Today we are going to back through everything we know about Camilo Pista, Natalia's mysterious past, the kingdom, and the biggest season 7 theories surrounding this character, because his return could be much more important than it looks. Let's start with what we actually know. Camilo Pista is the man identified as Natalia's father, but here's where things get interesting. Camilo is not simply Natalia's father, he is also a member of the kingdom. The kingdom is the mysterious organization connected to several powerful figures who are interested in the miraculous and the creation of their so-called perfect world. And Camilo has his own position within this organization. He is associated with the symbol known as the Wheel, and his role is connected to the title The Stunning. During the season 6 Kingdom storyline, we see Camilo participating in discussions about Gabriel, Natalia, the miraculous, and the organization's future. So suddenly, Natalia's family history becomes connected to one of the biggest secret organizations in the entire series, and that changes how we can look at Natalia. Because for years, fans could assume that Natalia simply became involved with Gabriel because of her friendship and eventually feelings towards him. But now we know there may be another layer. Connection to the kingdom may have existed independently of Gabriel, and that is a massive difference. Remember Natalia's history before becoming Gabriel's assistant. Natalia was involved in search for ancient artifacts and miraculous. She traveled with Gabriel and Emily during their search for the peacock and the other magical artifacts. Eventually, she became one of the Gabriel's most trusted ally. But Natalia was not simply sitting behind a desk. She used the peacock miraculous. She created sentient monsters, and she repeatedly put herself in danger for Gabriel's mission. Eventually, that decision near costly her everything. The peacock miraculous was damaged. Natalia became seriously ill, and yet she continued helping Gabriel. That's what makes her character so fascinating. She was not simply evil. She knew what Gabriel was doing was becoming increasingly dangerous. She cared deeply about Adrian. She even tried to protect him from Gabriel's worst scenes. And eventually, Natalia turned against the path Gabriel had chosen. But now we have another question. What did Natalia learn from her own family? If her father was already connected connected to the kingdom? Could Natalia has grown up around people who believe in the same ideology? Could the kingdom have influenced her worldwide long before she ever met Gabriel? We do not know yet, but season 7 could finally give us those answers. This is where things become much darker. The kingdom is not just another villain group. Its members appear to have enormous influence, resources, and connection. They are not interested in random destruction. They have a larger goal, the perfect world object. And that's important because Gabriel himself was connected to this world. The kingdom knew about Gabriel. They know about Monarch. And after the deal's experience, they were not simply going to forget everything. Instead, they began questioning what happened. During the kingdom meeting, Camilo directly challenges Natalia about her role. He asks for an explanation. Natalia says she does not know everything that happened. And then the conversation becomes even more suspicious because Emilio is not speaking to Natalia like a normal father checking on his daughter. He is speaking to her as a member of the organization. And then after everyone else leaves, the relationship becomes personal. Camilo tells Natalia what she needs to do once the miraculous are found, and Natalia answers yes. For that tiny scene completely changed the way we look at her. Now we reach the season 7 question. Why bring Camilo back? Because the timing could not be more interesting. Season 6 ended with the conflict surrounding Lila, the new butterfly holder, and the consequences of marinate and drains increasingly complicated sailors. And now season 7 is moving forward. We already know this new season is expected to explore new threats and new relationships. And according to the latest Globe event information, Natalia's father is among the characters connected to season 7. That means Camilo may no longer be just background lore. He could become an active part of the story. Imagine if season 7 reveals what Camilo actually wants. Imagine the kingdom's perfect warrior project is still alive. Imagine if Natalia's father knows something about the miraculouses that even Natalia does not know. And imagine if he knows something about Gabriel's final actions that could be dangerous for Marinate, because the biggest weapon in season 7 may not be miraculous, it could be information. Now here's the biggest scary. What if Camilo does not actually care about Natalia's relationship with Gabriel? What if Gabriel was simply useful to him? Think about it. Gabriel had money, influence, technology, access to the miraculous, and most importantly, he was willing to do anything to achieve his goal. If the kingdom wanted access to the miraculous, Gabriel could have been an extremely valuable ally, and Natalia was already working beside him. So perhaps Camilo does not need to control Gabriel directly. He only needed Natalia to remain close to him. This could mean Natalia's connection to Gabriel was also useful with the kingdom. And if that's true, then Natalia may have been caught between her father, the kingdom, Gabriel, and her own conscience. That would make her story much more tragic. But there's another possibility that fans have already discussing. What if the kingdom is not finished? Gabriel is gone, Monarch is gone, but the people behind the larger organization are still active and still alive. And if Camilo returns in season 7, perhaps the kingdom will finally move from the background into the main storyline. That could introduce a completely different type of villain. Not someone who simply wants revenge, not someone who wants to destroy Paris, someone who believes that they are actually saving the world. And that is much more dangerous, because villains who believe that they are doing the right things does not think they are villains. They think everyone else is wrong, and Camilo could potentially be one of those characters. Now the real mystery is here. So is Natalia's father is the major next new villain of Miraculous? We does not know yet, and that's important. The confirmed information is that Camilo Pista is connected to Natalia and the kingdom, and the latest season 7 event information indicates that Natalia's father will appear in the new season. Beyond that is scary, and honestly, that's what makes this so exciting, because Natalia has always felt like a character with an unfinished storyline. We know what she did, we know what she sacrificed, we know how much she cared about Adrian, we know her connection to Gabriel, but we still does not completely understand where Natalia came from. And now season 7 may finally give us the missing piece of information. Her father, Camilo Pista, a member of the kingdom, a man connected to the perfect perfect world project and potentially someone who knows much more about Nathalia's past than we have ever been told. So the biggest question is not simply who is Nathalia's father. We already know his name. The real question is what does Nathalia's father want? Because if Camilo is returning, the kingdom may be returning with him. And if the kingdom is still working towards its perfect world project, then Ladybug and Cat North may have a bigger problem than Lila. Season 7 could be about to reveal that Gabriel's story was only one part of a much larger conspiracy, and Nathalie may be one of the most important risks connected all of it. So what do you think? Is Camilo Pista going to become a new major villain in season 7, or will he finally reveal the truth about Natalia's past? And if you want more videos, season 7 spoilers, theories, and the latest Miraculous news, make sure you stay tuned because season 7 may be hiding much more than we are expecting. Until next time, stay miraculous.